full flush jar.
Yeah, loading that flush jar up.
Wow, I'll be sieving that chamber as well.
Extra sample.
Look at all that.
General Osborne Bank
It's all in
Oh,
sample.
the flush,
It's a full transect sample.
Yeah.
the flush perspex cylinder doesn't have any mesh on it, so it's used to wash out the hose, and it's now about a third full of sediment. It's a valuable sample in itself.
Is it all right if we get a little bit of this extra sediment in our sample?
Yeah, no problem.
Okay.
I'll keep it in mind when we're looking at it later.
Roger. Most important part of the oyster brachiopod thing.
Yes, please. Yeah, we'll.
A lot of it's going through, though. That's a good method there, Jess.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you can see how much it's filling up.
So much for our flush.
Yeah.
You know what?
It's looking a little clearer. All right. All right, Johnson, go ahead and, oh, sorry, actually.
What jar do we want?
Jar number 4.
Okay.
We're down to only coarse jars.
All right, Jonathan, go ahead. Thank you. Come a little wide. That's good. All right, go ahead and push back in, please.
Tiny little.
They're kind of pitted, hey? Jake, you want to look up a little?
Is that one kind of hanging off to the left?
That is a brachiopod, definitely on the left, that's perched a little bit out.
Cool.
It's these ones that are flat encrusting on the rocks that are the question.
I'm going to go wide, or?
Which one are you going for over here?
Yeah, I'm going to go for this guy here.
Okay.
You want to look a little down?
Yep.
Nice, thank you. These guys are hard on there. Where was the one with its mouth open? It was up here? Pull wide.
Oh, no.
All right, I'm going to go for up here there, Jake.
Okay. Oh.
Push on in there, please. That's good.
Oh, they are tough.
Yeah, Kira. We were thinking about grabbing a rock earlier.
Yeah, Crispin spotted a smaller one to the right, which seemed to have like 3 shells on it or so.
Come a little wide, please.
Coming up.
We try to see if we could identify one.
There's a scale
Can I get the ones with sediment on them? Is that okay?
Small rock up there.
Yeah, no
Wanted to
problem.
go that
Any of
route.
them.
Look a little right there, Jake. Thanks. All right, go ahead and push on in there, please.
Tough.
Yeah,
Tough cookie.
maybe the pick up a rock option might be better.
Roger that. Pull wide.
Coming out.
There is that rock right in front of the slab there that looks about a good size.
Looks like number 4 has a bunch more sediment in it from last sample too.
Okay, we can make a note of that, but we'll call this still
Yeah,
open, I guess. We'll call
Well,
the jar still open, maybe.
yeah, it accumulated a lot. It's got to be partly from the last sample.
Yeah.
All right,
Just to
you want to
confirm,
set
we're
up on
not
that
gonna
rock there?
give it a sample number. Is that okay?
Yeah.
All right. This guy out here?
Yeah.
Go ahead and push on in there,
Please.
please, Jonathan.
Coming in.
Oh, I can't get the wrist calibration correct for this jaw.
Too small for a bio rock?
Yeah, let's just put it in the red box. How about that?
We also have the front porch rock box.
Well, the animals will live if we put them in the 5, red 5. Hopefully it'll come loose.
I don't like that grip.
It's got a coral on it as well.
Oh, nice.
There you go.
2 corals.
Cool.
Very cool.
Look at
Hey,
that.
neato.
Really weird grip.
Neato, neato.
Yeah.
Do you want to look at it since we're
Yeah,
not going to
if we
take
get a
it as
nice
a
close-up,
photo?
we'll maybe be able to ID it anyway.
A little more zoom in.
Oh yeah,
Sure
there's a
thing.
good amount of them on there.
Oh, that's cool.
I think the brachiopods.
Any more zoom on there?
No, that's it.
Reg.
I love those 2 little corals on top. They're so cute.
Yeah, it's a very nice
Super
rock.
cool. Wow.
All right, you guys happy with these zooms?
Yes, thank you.
Full wide, please.
It can go in forward, the toolbox starboard, the red box, red 5.
Roger that.
It's amazing through all this disturbance, those 2 rockfish have just stood there.
I mean, it's like they're
Not moving.
suspended.
I know.
Oh, there we go. Finally.
There's, oh, might have finally startled.
I was going to
Full
say,
rack back there, Jake.
like a rock.
Yep, full rack back.
Reg.
Sorry about that.
Great idea, Crispin and Kira.
Gotta give this an R number.
Yeah, this is going to be rock number 6. Even if it's not a quantitative rock, and this is sample number NA124-209. Stored in the forward bio box, number 5 red.
Wasn't the slope 209?
We ended up not giving
All right,
this
go ahead and close that puppy up
a
there,
sample
Jake.
number,
Oh, I see.
unless you would like it to have a sample number.
Sorry, I think it should.
It should?
Well, sorry, you're suggesting that it's a mixture with slope 3? Or that the sediment is the same as slope 3?
Your call. So we're not sure where that sediment came from.
Yep.
We could call that jar empty or whatever you
Well,
like.
no, it's a 3rd full. But you're right, I think it's all come from slope 3.
We can just make a note of that and also give it a sample number.
Rennie, should we start tracking along, or are you guys?
Yeah. While we
resume
figure
our
this out,
transect?
yes, thank you.
You want us to continue the transect?
Yes,
or?
please. Yeah,
Reg.
let's keep going.
Which would make the rock that we just collected sample 210.
Yeah,
Great
sorry,
to know.
Caitlin, when you raised that, I didn't quite appreciate the significance.
Yeah, so we can make the rock 210.
Yes,
Continue
please.
50 meters,
I'm hard down
bearing
on
010.
010.
Argus's
Okay.
camera there. So you want to get out ahead.
So sample number NA124-209 is going to be the slurp jar number 4.
Okay.
Which ended up with some sediment. And then the rock number 6 is going to be sample number NA124-210.
I agree, Crispin. I'm pretty sure it's a brachiopod too.
Oh, there's loads of other things.
Couple of
here.
nice specimens. Plus, looks like desmophyllum, the coral. We'll see when they come up. Oh, we're seeing more and more of the basket stars now. There's
Oh, they're so cool.
they're preying on little zooplankton, so there just is that much more in the shallow depths for them to live on. That's why we never saw any of them down deeper. Hopefully this is a sign that when we get a little shallower, we'll see more corals as well, which are going after similar food.
Oh yeah, I forgot. Heading. Transect.
Oh, those basket stars are beautiful.
All that fuzz on that rock below. Are those all little
Is that a
corals?
stoloniferous coral?
It's like a dead basket star. Not happy.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, this is some kind of octocoral encrusting, or is it a corallimorph? There, Steve. What do you think? If you're watching, lots of corallimorph encrusting the
Wow.
rocks. Zoanthids. Yeah, it could be a zoanthid.
Yeah.
Could we get a zoom on those, the encrusting?
Oh, you'd have to stop transect again.
Yeah, sorry, we'll pause because we need
Okay.
to try and ID it. We're seeing stuff we haven't seen before, and they need to kind of quantify it
See if we
later.
can snap
There's
zoom
two
to
kinds
it.
of things. We've got the browny kind of fuzzy stuff, and then the bright red one, the pinky ones also on the rock.
Oh, wow.
So the stuff below this basket star right
Yes,
here?
please.
Okay.
Yeah,
Very cool.
zoom on that, and then what's on the rock ahead of that.
Zoom there, Jonathan.
Those look like zoanthids, no?
Steve and Crispin are saying zoanthids, or Steve saying anemone or zoanthid.
Yeah, okay.
Wow.
We'll call that a zoanthid. You can see the contracted ones where the polyps are in.
Oh yeah, look at that. That's cool.
And can we look on the rock
Yeah.
forward now? The pinkish ones. Which
Cup corals?
maybe anemones.
Oh.
Got some
Can I full
snails
zoom?
there too.
Yeah,
For
full
the
zoom.
gastropod.
Yeah, those
There
are
we
those
go.
are anemones.
Large pink are definitely anemones. Says Steve.
Okay, thank you.
Very cool.
All right,
Full wide.
so resuming transect.
Yes,
Yeah.
please.
Full wide, Jonathan.
Can we just note for the transect purposes, zoanthids and anemones there, and that then Devon can quantify them better.
Good luck
Roger
counting them.
Got it. Lucky for me, they're in the chat.
You want to adjust your pan and tilt before you get going again?
Okay.
How many would you estimate is on that big rock right there?
Oh, wow. Covered.
That's the job for whoever's going to analyze these transects.
Okay.
Also counting, would they count all of those supposed brachiopods, the white dots on the rocks? That's a lot.
Quantitative.
This entire transect.
Little squids.
So when do you guys start diving again next season?
I think mid-May. Mid-May to late May.
Quite a break.
Yeah. That'd be nice.
And what determines that season of on and off?
Typically, in a non-COVID year, we're somewhere in late April, May is the start, and then the end. Oh, there's a skate hiding in there.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then goes around till beginning of or end of October, something like that.
There's been some ship upgrades too that have pushed it around
Yeah, yeah. So this past year we had an engine upgrade, and this coming year we'll have a couple of things done to the ship. So yeah,
Generally about 6 months on and 6 months off?
generally, yeah. And then a lot of us are contractors, so we do various stints. Some come out for a handful of weeks, others for a few months.
I think you're at the end of your leash there, Jake.
Okay.
And does the ship's crew stay with the ship for the 6 months when there's no, like when you go on dry dock or?
Yeah, there's
They
definitely
just-
crew, and they're working on the ship itself.
Right.
They rotate in and out though, but there will be. Generally, most of them will be on. I don't know if they reduce the amount of mates they have though.
Approaching 250 meters. Still waiting for the octocoral gardens.
We've got basket star gardens.
Yeah.
They are very fractal-like.
Siphonophore minefields. Got to be treacherous to be a zooplankton down here near the bottom.
Okay, that's the end of transect.
Roger that.
That trash left.
Might be a sponge.
Quick zoom there, Jonathan.
That's trash.
Trash.
Trash and a sponge behind it.
Bonus. Really sad though.
Come on.
No.
Thanks.
All right, we're going to change course to 025.
025, Raj.
It's going to go directly up.
We need 2 more biology rocks.
That look pretty promising.
Maybe we'll get one of them around here. Kira, if you're watching, how do you like the geology here? It's pretty much covered by biology.
Lots of biology.
Look at that cauliflower up there.
Ooh. What is that?
Sponge?
Enemy?
Anemone?
Zoom there, Jonathan.
Or rather glibly called
Fuzzy.
cauliflower.
So
And
fuzzy.
fuzzy anemone.
Really fuzzy.
What?
Snowball.
Yeah, that's
I've
exactly what I
never
was
seen
thinking.
that one before.
That's one of the ones you see up north of Washington.
That's full
Interesting.
zoom.
Try and get a name on that.
I've never seen that.
We often see things that are in shallow water in Washington show up here
Wow.
in much deeper water.
Hmm.
The Florimetra feather star we've seen quite a few of. We never see anywhere near scuba depth here, but they're commonly seen at scuba depths off Washington.
Crispin saying the plumose anemone?
Was that temperature controlling that
I think
depth
so.
distribution?
Yeah, the water's that much colder up north. Well, not that it's warm down here.
Before I move on, are you interested in a rock or anything down here?
No, thanks. We're waiting to hear from Kira.
Okay, we'll
She's
keep going.
interested in sampling here. We might stop fairly soon to pick up another rock, but not right now.
All right,
Sounds good.
025 here.
025.
Yep.
That's full weight.
Raj.
We're seeing more gorgeous basket stars off to the right.
Wow. All along the ridge. They're each on their own rock here. Steve saying that anemone was a metridium?
Metridium. So that's one we do see up north, right, Steve, of Washington? Several kinds of metridium.
Thanks.
In shallow water, I mean.
Definitely seeing some different types of erosion on these rocks that we haven't seen deeper. Big pits.
What is that?
Looks like there could be caused by biology.
Oh, there's a spiky lithodid crab, if we can get a zoom on those.
Quick zoom there.
Yeah, they'll be very spiky,
Whoa,
carapace.
So
Yeah.
spiky.
Oh,
Cool.
whoa. Wow.
That
Get in
is
there?
Looks dangerous.
heavy metal.
Mhm.
Do not
Yeah.
step on
Whoa.
it.
Must have a delicate mating dance. We've seen their relatives much deeper, the Paralomus red king crab, but these ones really would be, must be a little more at risk of predation up in these depths.
You can imagine people who work for like Disney and animators and things just watching all this footage and getting incredible ideas for how to create all kinds of characters.
So much inspiration. Great. Can you repeat the name on the spiky crabs?
It's a lithodid crab, Lithodae. Not sure of the genus. We can check on that actually.
Are you full wide there, Jonathan?
I go.
Kira, our onboard geologist, said, that is my favorite crab ever.
That's pretty cool.
So spiky. Crispin saying that I get them in the UK too with the same cold water depth relationship. I think reckoning back to those anemones we were talking about. Desiree, who's joined us in the science chat, is saying that as an artist themselves, real life creatures is often a great inspiration for their work. Definitely a lot of cool things down here.
Negative. We've
Yeah, maybe Neolithodes.
Got it. Thank you.
Crispin Little is saying, could it be a Paralithodes rathbuni?
Is that name Rathbun again? You know the history of the name Rathbun? Who Dr. Mr. Rathbun was, Crispin? I haven't looked him up yet. I assume it was a he. Yeah. Could be Paralithodes, could be Neolithodes. Kira, do you want to weigh in about the rocks we're seeing now? Well, not right now, but shortly.
Greg Crispin has sent an answer to your question in the chat, talking about
It was a woman. I was wrong. Thank you. Oh, at the Smithsonian. Okay, very good. So she's honored with a crab, king crab, and a genus of sea stars, Rathbunasta. There's a torpedo ray, which not a very big one, but still could give you a bit of a electric shock. I put my hand on one of those once when I was scuba diving. It was buried in the sediment. It was quite a jolt.
Oh, you got shocked?
Yeah,
Oh,
really?
gosh.
Oh, yeah.
Wow.
Very good
We call them num rays in Australia.
rays.
It's not a torpedo ray. It looks a little bit like that.
Ready?
Greg, was that a purposeful touch?
No, it was buried in the
Time
sediment.
to
I
wake up, yeah. Oh.
completely shocked me in many ways, and then it swam off.
Oh my gosh.
Wow.
Yeah, scientists often experience a lot of dangerous marine animals because you're distracted by doing your science, and
Great
unlike
stuff.
a normal tourist scuba diver, they're not touching anything, right? But we tend to touch things, and I was with someone who we were diving on a wall, and he was collecting a sponge off the wall, and his elbow was going up and down as he was scraping the sponge, and a little moray eel came out and bit his elbow and gave him a really nice little slice.
Yeah, those are deep
Yeah, I think
bites.
he was pretty proud of coming
His
up
scars.
afterwards and saying, "Ah, look, I've been bit by a moray eel."
Look at this scar.
It's a pretty good gash he got from it.
That is pretty cool. If you already get a gash, that's a cool way to get a gash.
Yeah, it's always a little frustrating when you go on a dive boat and they say don't touch anything, because for me at least, it's so important to just touch things to see if they contract or how they respond and
Yeah.
what their texture is like.
Something here attracting
Yeah.
the urchins.
050,
A whole
Raj.
bunch of them.
So I'm
050.
just,
They're just covered.
because you're over here and we want to follow that, I'm just getting over there. So you can try to follow that up.
So Crispin tells
Roger
us
that.
that Mary Rathbun, the Smithsonian crustacean expert, ended up with 30 species named after her.
Wow. Go ahead and push on
Wow.
in there a bit there, please, Jonathan.
Oh my goodness.
What are you eating?
Well, we can't tell what it is. It could be kelp,
Kelp,
likely
looks like,
kelp.
yeah, a
Little
little
piece of
bit
kelp.
sticking
There
out.
it is.
Oh
Yeah,
my
it's
goodness.
Wow. You're late to that party. You're not getting a bite at all.
Feel kind of bad for the ones on the edge
Yeah,
there.
they're still
I
crawling in. We can
know.
see them coming.
All right, go ahead and combine, please.
Talk about
Oh my
chemoreception.
goodness, I know.
They're all.
Smells like dinner.
These are the fragile sea urchin, Strongylocentrotus fragilis.
So there's your time-lapse photography, watching that get
Yeah.
the urchins crowd to that kelp.
Well, we've got about an hour to go on the last dive of our cruise, the last dive of the Nautilus ROV season. And we're at 230 meters. We're going to hope to get to 100 meters, but probably won't get that far. Get under 200 meters before we finish. We've got a lot of rocks here covered with little brachiopods that we figured that out earlier on. And I think it's about time we picked up another rock when it's convenient to slow down and settle down.
Sure thing, we can go right now if you'd like.
Yeah. What about a little bit ahead? There's a little patch. What do you think? Maybe in here? Or wait, maybe those ones are, one of those might be.
One of these guys? These look a little bit smaller.
Too small?
Oh, I don't think too small.
10 centimeters. Yeah, they're good. We finally got the small slots in the bio box left.
Yeah.
I'm going to continue for a little.
Raj.
So this backscatter did prove to be real. It's showing us the rocky bit, and then
Go ahead and push on in there, please.
everything next to it has been sandy. So.
It's very cool.
So we're really trying to document animals and microbes associated with crusts or rocks that have got a heavy content like phosphorite transformation.
So what about the one that's a little bit to the right of the lasers there? Right and down to the bottom? Sound like good to you
You
guys?
mean that one?
The one below it. Yeah.
Uh,
Kira saying, not sure on the rock ID. You can choose as you like. will be good to do quantitative with the brachiopods.
Okay.
Kira's saying top of screen just out of view now looks good. Reading the chats as they come in.
The darker one, it might be a little bit big.
That looks a bit big.
Yeah. The one with the crab on it?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think that
Oh,
would.
it's giant, says
Yeah.
Kira. It's giant.
I think the one you chose, Jessica, good choice.
Raj, full wide, please.
Can you tilt down, Jake?
Yep.
Thank you.
Looking down.
Go ahead and push on in there, please. Perhaps these are a bit smaller than expected, but. So this little guy here? Or is that too small now?
How about the one just underneath it? One before, yeah, close to us.
This guy here?
Yeah, has a lot of brachiopods.
Sure.
Yeah, we can go with that.
Raj. Full wide there, please. Unless you wanted a picture, but
No, she doesn't like it disturbed too much.
Raj.
This is rock 7.
This is going to be rock 7, sample number NA124-211. And we can aim to put this in any of the forward bio boxes.
Look down
on
there, a
that
little on the
starboard
claws.
side.
Oh, sorry.
That's okay. That's good, thank you. Getting over that little lip. All right, Jake, go ahead and pop around. And which box are we going for?
We could go for either of the 2 forward bio boxes.
Roger that. Go ahead and pop it out there, Jake. Either of the 2. Let's go for this guy.
Beautiful. Inboard.
Inboard.
That's going to be sample number NA124-211, stored in the inboard starboard bio box, which is number 2, yellow. Rock number 7.
The surface of these rocks just look so dramatically different from what we saw deeper.
All right.
Awesome.
Ready to keep moving?
Let's keep going.
Bridge nav. .50 meter step, bearing 045. Thank you.
We're also seeing a lot more of these fringe shelf sponges and these vase sponges, these shallower depths.
I'll get out a bit in front of you here. It's very cool forest. Whoa. Woohoo.
It is.
Wow.
Whoa, look at these vast.
So many little brachiopods.
Whoa. They're all moving.
Jonathan, you want to do a partial as we fly over it?
Wow.
Very beautiful. Crispin also spotted, we're seeing, even to the right now, more of those spiny king crabs.
Full wide there, please.
There must be a few rousey out there.
Oh, I'm nowhere near Mary Rathbun's count. I think I've had 6 species named after me.
Yeah.
Mostly worms, so, but I like them. I have had 1 mollusk named after me.
And how are the species names constructed? Is it simply
Mostly rousey.
rousey?
Cool.
Just passed a coral back there. I'm not sure if you saw it.
Did, yeah, this Christmas tree or something?
Did you want to take a look at it?
Yes, please. One grey grouse eye.
One what?
One is called grey grouse eye. You can combine the names together, and
Yeah.
when you Latinize them for a male, you add an I to the end of the
Oh,
name,
I see.
and for a woman, you add an AE.
Yeah, there's actually a bacterial genus called Paul Jenseni.
Go
It's a little embarrassing.
ahead and push on in, please.
That's not embarrassing. That's so cool.
Very cool.
Well, that was well spotted. It's
Yeah.
Yeah,
Black
look
coral.
at that.
little black coral with some Curastylid, lots of Curastylid crabs on it.
Wow.
It's quite small. Paul?
Is that, I wonder if Steve's seeing that, if it's similar to the one we collected yesterday.
Yeah, thanks.
You guys want this,
Well,
or should I keep moving?
Let's get it.
Raj, full wide, please.
Looks like the rock it's on is pretty small. It's not lying to us.
Crispin's given us more details on Mary Rathbun's career. She wrote
You're going to go in tight there, please.
166 papers. She described 1,147 species and subspecies.
Wow.
Holy moly.
Oh my goodness.
That's a lot.
Hey, that's
What was
63
her era?
crustaceans. Through the most of the the first half of the 20th century would have been her career.
All right, full wide there, please. So how far do we want to cut this guy, or doing the whole thing?
Well, I'm not going to, yesterday I misjudged size very dramatically, so
Hmm.
I think we probably maybe halfway at most or less.
Roger that. Go ahead and
I
push
get
on in.
stuck in that situation. But this one's quite smaller, isn't it? Yeah.
It is a bit
okay.
smaller.
Yeah, this is quite small. So whatever is reasonable for you.
Raj, you want to come a little wider, please?
So we're going to see the clipping coral cutting section
Oh, yeah, for the first time.
of the arms in action today.
Go ahead and push on the nerve it, please. A little wider. Yeah, thanks. Doo -doo -doo.
There's something else covering this. Are you noticing those, Greg? Can't make them out.
Stand by.
Could they be brittle stars wrapped around? It's hard to tell.
Yeah, it has
Run away.
Right into the camera. Steve is thinking this is a small Christmas tree coral, which is Antipathes
Right.
dendrochrystos.
That's a.
black corals have a pretty robust
Let's try that.
skeleton.
Nice.
But
There you
Yeah.
go.
the
Nice.
blade was sharp and it worked. So
Full wide, please.
we've taken a piece of it, but the black coral can live on.
All right. Toolbox, I'm assuming?
Yes, please.
Roger that. Jake, you want to look in on the bubble there, please?
Yep.
Hopefully it sinks on in there.
looking terribly promising. Let's see. Can see if it sinks a little bit. Go ahead and start to push in the jar a bit there, please, Jake.
Rudder.
It's good there. Actually, one more bump. That's good. Thank you.
And it goes.
All right.
Perfect. Beautiful. That's
Thanks,
going to
Jake.
be
That was
sample
great.
number NA124-212, stored in the forward bio box, number 5 red.
Copy that.
All right, on the road again.
On the road.
Bridge nav. .50 meters, bearing 035.
035.
So we have a question in the science chat from Desiree, who's asking, how do you apply to be a part of the team? And I'm assuming on EV Nautilus, like as an intern or a job. They tried checking the site, but due to COVID, it's all closed. So I don't know what the process is like. I don't know if there could be someone who could talk about that.
Sure. As far as job postings go, there's some intermittent jobs that'll go up as far as working for Ocean Exploration Trust itself. But they're right in looking at the internship program. We have a few different pathways to get on through that. Unfortunately, because of COVID, everyone who was chosen as an intern for this year was deferred till next year, so we didn't put out applications this time around, but just keep an eye on that. You can get on
Push on
board
in, please.
as a video intern, video engineering intern, an ROV intern, science intern.
So there are science interns, because it sounds like most of the interns we've heard about have been more engineering oriented, but you have science interns as well.
There are indeed.
Yeah.
Yeah. Mapping as well. Am I missing anybody?
I'm hoping to be able
Oh,
to.
and then there's science communication fellows that come on board as well. Typically in the broader science education field.
Wow, these rocks are just covered with the pink anemones.
Mm-hmm.
So much fauna, so much biology.
Running this vein of rock out until it ends, which looks like it's coming up soon. Their sonar.
Look at these interesting shaped sponges, or corals. Are they sponges or corals?
What are you looking at there?
The white, organic shaped.
I think those are the white
Those are
sponges.
sponges.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We've been seeing some of them have kind of that full vase structure, which is a vase sponge we have in our guidebooks.
Go ahead and push on in, please.
Wind speed is 15 knots.
Rockfish are cute. Pull wide, please.
So as we're coming up the slope, we're really seeing a dramatic rise in oxygen levels, and the biomass here is got something coming up on the right.
What have we there?
I think it's one of those plumose anemones with a
Oh,
long
wow.
pedestal.
Yeah,
Very cool.
very long.
All right, Jonathan, go ahead.
Yeah.
Mhm.
It's like a palm tree just by itself.
Yes. Yeah.
Ooh. Oh, and it is attached to a rock there. Cool.
Are those also seen in shallower waters up north?
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you
Oh, nice
can't
zoom
get
there.
in the water to see them, you go to the Seattle Aquarium, and it's got a spectacular display. Also, the Monterey Bay Aquarium has a North Pacific display that shows these.
Yeah, Crispin's noting these plumose anemones
Go
can
ahead and
get to
come
be
wide,
really,
please.
really large. That's a beautiful one.
There's just a lot more nutrients available in the water here. Here's small basket stars, so that we're just seeing a lot of filter feeders or organisms that will eat zooplankton. A lot of detritivores with all of the little pink sea urchins, fragilis on the seafloor. Filter feeders like the brachiopods covering the rocks. The zoanthids, the anemones, it's just a steadily increasing abundance and diversity as we come shallower.
Quick gauge check.
Sure thing. Zero 25.
025.
We're still not in the photic zone. It's very little, if any, light at this depth, particularly in California where there's so much plankton that it gets dark very quickly.
I'll be a 025 heading there, Jake.
So that pretty much below 30 meters in much of the coastal waters, there's very little light at all. And you'd need a flashlight if you're diving for most of the year. But we are offshore. The Channel Islands are famous for their clear water and diving, so if we did call this the mesophotic dive, hoping that we would get shallow enough to detect potentially some algae on the rocks, but so far we've seen no sign of that, and we're definitely still a bit too deep to see any of that.
If you'd like, we could probably go a bit faster over this sandy.
Yeah, yeah, let's
not so steep slope.
Let's get past this, please.
Okay. You good with that, Jess?
Yep, 0.5.
0.5.
Let's do it.
Crispin saying there's been some flatfish in the sand. I think we might see another one moving there. We'll probably zoom over some more.
Yeah, wonderfully camouflaged.
Oh, yeah.
Crispin's asking in the science chat, what's the speculation for the deepest seaweed here?
I'd predict it would be crustose coralline algae. We'll see potentially some red crusts on the rock. If
All right, Jonathan, go ahead.
at all. What do you think, Paul?
Yeah, agreed.
Such a cutie.
Oh, very cute.
Like a small
Look at his
halibut.
little eyeballs.
Doing a good job camouflaging.
Yeah.
Better than that torpedo.
He's really
skate.
trying hard. That's cool. Uh-oh.
All right, full wide, please.
Probably about an hour left on bottom.
Raj.
Oh. Something was just there.
What's that?
Kelp.
Kelp.
Tooth.
Teeth here,
Megalodon
That-
tooth.
Oh, is that a piece of kelp?
yeah.
Yep.
Where are the sea urchins? This is where you set up your
Your
camera.
trap.
Mhm.
I think they've dropped out.
Oh,
Not
they
seeing them
wouldn't
anymore.
come up this far?
Maybe they,
We just broke 200 meters.
yeah.
We're at 197 meters now. Much higher oxygen than what we've seen.
They were starting to peter out further down, and now I think they're completely gone.
And they're missing out on that tasty
Oh.
piece of kelp.
I know.
So we're trying to get over this sediment patch to get back onto some rocks to finish up this dive. Still on the lookout for one last rock for our sampling. Any other interesting geology? We're after encrusted rocks that have got a ferromanganese crust or have been turned into phosphorites. We're unlikely to see a ferromanganese crust at this depth. It's been a steep learning curve for the biologists this week, trying to get a sense of understanding what these rocks look like. And luckily we've had Kira Mazel along with us from the USGS, US Geological Survey.
Kira just chimed in asking in the science chat, are we shooting for the slope for the top?
We think we can get there. We've got an hour, so we're at 190 meters now, Kira. I think we can get there. What do you think, Renee? Can we get to 100 meters?
Yeah. I think we can make it. It's not so much of a steep slope, although there may be a bit of a rim at the top. But we knew that going up. And then backscatter wise, it looked like maybe I'm aiming for this kind of brighter bit, hoping there's some rock up here like there was down here.
Yeah, yeah, that makes sense.
If we had more time, I would lobby for another core attempt, but I
Yeah,
don't
we've
think
got
we
those
can.
5 empty cores. Just
Oh yeah.
I don't know that we
haunting
can do
us.
everything.
I wouldn't bet a lot on it working.
No.
We could try. We've got an
If
hour.
Yeah, we got some time.
If it goes deeper, it might hold.
We can just let this move finish out and Find some.
Yeah, let's do that. Let's give it one last try.
Raj.